What brought you from Idaho to Houston?
So that I can get the bariatric surgery.
My main concern is that you didn't lose any weight over the past 5 months.
Krystal was 36 when she started her journey on my 600-pound life, and her weight problems started from a tender age. Krystal herself admitted that there was no structure in how her siblings and her would eat, as they were allowed to eat anything they wanted or however they wanted, since their parents would not be around much because they would work too much.
Growing up in my childhood, my parents, they seemed pretty happy for the most part. They worked all the time. Me and my two brothers, Jeremy and Rob, we didn't have our parents home, so we could eat whatever we wanted pretty much.
According to her mother, Lori, Krystal was 105 pounds when she started kindergarten.
Her weight gain, it started really early. She was 92 pounds when I had her. The weight kept adding onto her, and when she started kindergarten, she was about 105 pounds.
And the mother would blame Krystal's weight on Krystal's love for food, and would even claim that she would eat less than her brothers.
But it seems like a lot of the time she didn't eat no more than her brothers did either. But she liked to eat.
But looking at the pictures of Krystal with her brothers, they contradict this statement, because in those pictures, Krystal looks about as big as the weight of her two brothers combined. Krystal has been obese her entire life. Between her parents' alcoholism and her being bullied at school, she would use food to be at peace. It wasn't until she got hit by an SUV that she truly realized how big she was, as the doctor who treated her at the time told her that she survived the accident because she was big, else she would have.
When I became aware of being overweight was probably when I was 10. After being ran over at 10, I was in the 200s. I was walking to school with one of my good friends. I was hit by an SUV. The doctor said, if I wouldn't have been as big as I was, then I more than likely would have been dead right there on the road.
By age 16, Krystal had no career path. She got pregnant and gave birth to her first son. Things did not work out with the child's father, so they separated. Later on, she met someone else, who she ended up marrying, and she became pregnant with her daughter Rai. Eventually, this marriage did not work either, as the husband cheated and the two ended up divorcing. Krystal reconnected with a childhood friend, Damian, who she got engaged to, and marrying him was a big motivation for her to lose weight.
Can we pause a moment and acknowledge that Damian was a bit off, and that something about this relationship felt very off?
Yeah, but it could have also been the fact that he may not wanted to be on camera.
Possibly. Either way, their relationship felt staged.
Okay, Ayana, don't go spoiling anything. We'll get to that.
Oops. My bad. Please go on.
The journey to better health started on the wrong foot for Krystal, as she, her daughter Rai, and Damian were on their way to Houston, Texas to meet Dr. Now. Their vehicle broke down and they had to rent a new vehicle with the help of their families. Eventually, she made it to Dr. Now's office for that first appointment, where she was weighed at 690 pounds. At this first appointment, Krystal was given the goal to lose 80 pounds in the following 2 months, and to consider moving to Houston to be approved in Dr. Now's program. She found herself being the only one following the program, which was a bit disappointment for her because her family told her that they would do it together, but then changed their minds because it was too hard for them. While it is understandable that it would have made things easier if everyone in the house followed the same program and lost weight together, and trust me, they all should lose weight because they're all dangerously obese, with no exception. But at the same time, weight loss is a personal journey, and in this instance, this was Krystal's. The most her encourage could do would be to stop being enablers to her. 2 months after the first appointment, Krystal had lost 71 pounds and was approved for weight loss surgery.
I was very happy to see that Krystal made good progress, that I approved her to move down to Houston. With the progress that she made, I'm very confident that she's motivated to get her weight loss surgery.
The next step for her was then to move to Houston and run more tests to determine whether she would tolerate the weight loss surgery. In the meantime, Krystal and Damian got married, her parents sold their house, and because Krystal, Damian, and the children were living with the parents for a few months up to that point, they had to move out too. They stayed in one of her friend's greenhouse in their backyard until they eventually found a house in Houston and moved there. The next appointment with Dr. Now was 5 months later, and Krystal only lost 11 pounds in that time frame.
You didn't lose any weight over the past 5 months. I'm going to give you a chance to get back on track. So, I'm going to give you a goal to lose 30 pounds in 1 month. And if you do that, and then we proceed with your weight loss surgery.
Dr. Now gave her another chance by asking her to lose 30 pounds in the following month, a challenge that she conquered as she lost 38 pounds, bringing her weight down to 578 pounds. By the time Krystal received the gastric sleeve surgery, she had lost another 21 pounds. Krystal continued to lose weight after the surgery. She was making better food choices and was even able to walk when doing her groceries rather than being pushed on a wheelchair as before. Krystal's journey was one of resilience and perseverance. She admitted to love food, but was also ready to do what it would take to lose some weight and become healthier. The journey was challenging, but she also had a good support system to make the weight loss happen. Damian was very helpful overall and would even do the exercises with her.
Something was off with Damian at times, though.
Ayana?
Remember the time when they went grocery shopping at the beginning of the episode? Or when they went to Dr. Now? These are just a few examples. But Rai was always the one pushing her mother around on the wheelchair. Damian was around doing nothing. Like, why?
Yeah. That definitely raised some eyebrows about the man and about the relationship.
Right? Was it me, or were these two people not as in love as they tried to portray? That felt so off, honestly.
It did, but please, can we go on?
Sure. My bad.
The episode also highlighted the theme of family dynamics and the importance of a proper diet or lack thereof during pregnancy. Krystal's story highlights the complex interplay between family support and personal struggles. At the core of Krystal's life, family dynamics influenced her eating habits, emotional state, and overall health. The environment in which she was raised, along with the roles and communication pattern within her family, significantly shaped her relationship with food and her ability to manage her weight. Her parents were both workaholics, and they also developed a codependency to alcohol. This caused them to be more absent in Krystal's and her siblings' life. This lack of structure contributed to the person Krystal grew up to be, turning to food to survive and drown her emotions and feelings because she had no one else to share them with. The lack of clear communication, prevented her from receiving the consistent support necessary to tackle her weight issues effectively.
You're not making excuses for her, are you?
Come on, Ayana. You know we make no excuse for no one, including ourselves here. It's important to take a few steps back and look at situations from afar. The vision is less obstructed that way. While Krystal got where she was because of a lot of choices that she herself made, it would not be fair to ignore the circumstances that could and would have contributed in her making some of those choices.
The what, why, how strategy. What is Krystal's problem? Why has the problem developed? How can she solve the problem? These are the driving factors behind change.
Precisely. Roles and responsibilities within Krystal's family played a pivotal role in her journey. The caregiving dynamics, particularly how her family members provided or sometimes enabled her food choices, impacted her ability to adhere to a healthier lifestyle, even when they all knew that she needed help to lose weight.
Her health is getting so bad, and it's just really upsetting for all of us to see her like that. So she really needs a lot of help.
I'm afraid she's gonna die if she doesn't get the help that she needs.
I'm most definitely trapped in my body. I don't know how to break free without having help.
At times, she sounded as if she was taking responsibility for her weight.
Recovering from those injuries was tough because it gave me an excuse to eat all kinds of ice cream and just lie around.
And at other times, she would rely on the victim card instead.
So, my mind, it's been like, you need to stay a bigger size so you will be here.
Even her daughter Faith seemed to have embraced this character trait when she said that her mother is beautiful just the way she is.
People shouldn't be staring at my mom because it doesn't matter about her weight or her size. She is beautiful just the way she is.
This is a dangerous rhetoric because it implies that people should not change or improve. Obesity is a health concern, not a beauty trait. Obesity is ugly, and to tell someone who is obese that they're beautiful just the way they are is lying to them and enabling their obesity further. You may think this is love, but it is not. Love includes challenging our loved ones to be and do better. Love includes loving oneself enough to want oneself to be healthy.
When family members take on enabling roles, it can hinder the progress of someone like Krystal, who needs a structured and supportive environment to succeed. Ensuring that each family member understands their role in fostering a healthy lifestyle is vital for suitable change. Krystal's parents never had a good relationship with food to begin with. They got passed on to Krystal, who also passed it on to her children. More on this later. Luckily, Damian was a better support to Krystal than her parents were, or at least he appeared to be. And it took a difficult situation for Krystal to truly get the life she wanted. Her parents' will to sell the house was the reason for Krystal and Damian to be homeless for a while. Without that happening, who knows if Krystal would have lost weight and qualified for the weight loss surgery. It is also important to note that though the family dynamics between Krystal and her parents was dysfunctional, they did try their best to give her the best life that they could, and the only way they know how. Yes, there are underlying situations that could be addressed, but from the episode, there were also loving parents who tried to help Krystal even if they enabled her more. If you're ready to improve your health, at Restream, we've got you covered. Our customized nutrition and exercise plans are designed specifically for individuals like you who want a healthier gut and reduce pain. But that's not all. We also offer a selection of healthy, delicious, and easy-to-make recipe books to fuel your journey. Say goodbye to boring meals and hello to flavorful dishes that nourish your body. And here's the cherry on top. Become a member of Restream and unlock exclusive perks and discounts. With our membership, You have access to even more resources to support your journey towards a fitter, stronger, and more confident you with optimal gut health. Don't wait any longer. It's time to unleash your inner beast. Visit our store at beastandmint.com/shop or scan the code on screen to start your journey to better health today. Krystal's episode also highlighted the importance of a proper diet or lack thereof during pregnancy. You see, though still ongoing, research has shown a very strong link between the expecting mother's nutrition and the health of the baby or babies that she carries. Take this article for instance on prenatal and early life influences. It highlights that fetal nutrition can alter the expression of the fetal genome, leading to lifelong consequences. This concept, known as fetal programming, suggests that poor maternal nutrition can predispose children to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease later in life. Lori, Krystal's mother, though not explicitly, blamed Krystal's weight gain on nature rather than herself.
She was 92 pounds when I had her. The weight kept adding onto her and onto her.
A baby born at 9.2 pounds is a fat baby, and the baby does not gain weight on him or herself magically. In a lot of cases, this weight gain is the result of a mother not controlling her calorie intakes and their quality through her pregnancy, and after she has given birth, she continues the pattern in the way she would feed the newborn through his or her early years. Children. She was already obese when she had her first baby, and Rye and Faith, her two daughters who appeared in the episode, were not better. Both were already obese so young. That family never had a proper relationship with food, and we can only hope that Krystal's weight loss will be long-term and that she could at least teach those new habits to her children. Though Krystal's episode aired in March 2024, it was filmed through 2022. In 2024, Krystal has since divorced Damian and she is seemingly dating someone else. This is according to her Facebook page. A picture of her that she posted on that same page shows her seemingly happy and with makeup on. We can only hope that she has not ditched her weight loss journey, but instead is continuing to lose weight steadily for her own sake. Train mean.